on.
Yeah.
Kia ora koutou. It's on like Donkey Kong. Kia ora koutou for the last Dirt Church Radio aid station of the year. I'm Matt Raymond.
2025. I'm Ali Pottinger.
I'm Andrew McDowell. Hi.
Hi. People have been commenting on my Strava on runs that are over 4K going, hey, over 4K, well done.
Oh, good.
You have infected.
Infected.
My Strava set to private. You've infected the algorithm. Or the lexicon. You're in the lexicon, Andrew. Well done. You did it.
Yeah, I got lucky today too. I thought I was trying to squeeze in a run before my daughter's cricket game ended. And as people, if you know cricket, you never really know when a cricket game's going to end. And there was only one wicket that they needed, and I was just running round and round a running track, hoping that the tail wagged so that I could get at least 4Ks in. And thankfully, the tail wagged, and I got.
What did you get to?
8 actually.
Nice.
Quite the wag of a tail.
That was quite the wag of a tail.
Yeah. So you find your opportunities wherever you can sometimes to squeeze that run in when life is as hectic as it is at the moment.
Oh, isn't it so hectic? Right, bit of housekeeping before we get to the main shenanigans of today's podcast. This is our last aid station for the year, and obviously I'm addressing the listeners. I'm not addressing you two because we wrote this down. Looking at Ali and Andrew.
I thought we were about to get told off. Sorry.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
More output. So this is the last aid station of the year. Next week there'll be a pod. It'll come out on Christmas Eve, and that'll be an interview. Then we're going to take 2 weeks off, and what we will do is we will go through and look at what was most popular through the year. Maybe have a bit of a Christmas repeat for a couple of weeks, and we'll be back the week of the 14th of January 2026 with an aid station.
If it wasn't so hard for Andrew, I'd say, can we not just have the best moments of 2025? But Andrew would be like, just an explosion coming out of his head right now. Like, no, Ali, no, this is a terrible idea.
I've thought about that so many times, and I was thinking about like, I could go through and Hindenburg something together, but that's something that we need to mark for 2020. 2026. It's the program.
It's not a okay. Yeah, I think if I do it week on, like if I actually think about it while I'm doing an episode and go, that was funny, and actually make then that's fine. But yeah, no, there's no way am I going retroactively back and finding.
Just listen to everything on 3-speed.
Yeah.
Hey, what a huge week of content. Huge week of content last week. We had the Spectacle live show, and on Saturday, the Kepler live show. So amazing job, team.
Yeah, I'm still vibing from that weekend. It was cool. I just loved being up there, I didn't get to run up mountains as much as I'd like to. And it's something that my wife has always said to me when I get grumpy. She just says, Andrew, just go off up a mountain, will you? And I don't get to do it as much as I'd like. So it was wonderful to be up there.
I haven't unpacked my bag.
Maybe you. Actually, to be fair, I think I've only half unpacked mine too. So.
Well, you don't really need to be packing bags.
There it is.
Hey, look
or
at
unpacking
it.
bags.
Beauty. It is
And that's
chocolate
disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, mate. How many undies did I... What?
Oh, no. But this is the thing. It was such a comparatively comfortable trip. Nothing got too dirty, too wet. We had a good amount of space in our bags. It was...
Can I just say, I think we had the same event T-shirt that we wore for like 3 days in a row.
True. We did. Note to organisers.
Yeah.
Attire your MCs. Give them N+1. That is the ratio of. That's the ratio of T-shirts that your MCs commentary team need if they're standing outside of the sun for 14 hours.
I'm pretty sure I was quite right by Sunday evening. Saturday. No, what was it? Yes, Saturday evening.
But look, we're not here to talk about
Our dirty laundry.
Our dirty laundry. Yeah, we're not here to air our dirty laundry, although mine is still on my side of the bed, and Rebecca's just at the point now she's just shaking her head. She's not even, she's just like, come on.
Poor Rebs.
Yeah, I'm a lot.
God.
I think we all know that.
That's a good T-shirt. I'm a lot.
I'm a
lot. And certainly this is somewhat of a caricature, right? You don't, when you peek behind the veil, as much as all of us, we all have multitudes, right? And I'm a lot. But anyway, out of the three of us sitting here, Ali, you love the stuff that we're going to talk about more than anyone, because I'm kind of too disorganized and get overwhelmed. And Andrew is more, I think, it's fair to say you're more quantitative than qualitative in your outlook to life. But here we are, ready to get amongst it.
I had to ask some friends what that meant because I didn't understand what quantitative.
And do you understand now? And you're like,
versus
no, that's right on.
Yeah, I think it's right. Like quantitative is like numbers and
shit.
more literal, and qualitative is feelings.
Feelings. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's correct.
Right. So we're ready to get amongst it. It's the AidStation. It's the sort of Christmas one, 2025. That's been a lot for lots of reasons. But Ali, ask away.
Yeah, so often it's become a bit of a tradition that I do when we have a training camp, and I'll go around the room at the end of the thing and say kind of, what have you liked or loved? What have you learned? And what's an opportunity? And I thought this is actually a good opportunity for us at the end of 2025 just to have a think about our running or DCR in general and go, what have we learned? What have we loved? What have we learned? And what's an opportunity for next year? Andrew, I'm going to give you time.
I don't know.
Surely there's been something you've loved with your running this year, Andrew. Like, what have you loved? Or with DCR? Like, maybe it was a guest. Maybe it was a...
See, I just don't... I just like... If it happened yesterday, I can't remember what it was. Like, I'm such a in the present sort of today kind of guy. But like, I've really enjoyed the DCR. Like, I feel like we've kind of figured out each other's strengths throughout the year, and that seems to be working really well now. It feels really relaxed and effortless, which I guess is a good sign. I can't even remember who the hell we talked to this year. I've got the whole list, haven't I? I've spent hours mixing these people. I should really know who I've talked to. We had some interesting controversial ones, didn't we? Camille got some good pushback, didn't it? Oh, I really enjoyed my little double, my Sam Harvey, Stephen Redfern episode. Just hearing stories and yarns of adventures around the world. I think I like that. I like a story where you've gone and done something, whether it's a race or not, but just a unique experience on your feet, because it is amazing how far your two legs can carry you, and it's something not to be taken for granted. Like, and I try not to, like being able to go run up a mountain or do these long races and then a couple of weeks later do it again, and the body says, yeah, okay, I mean, rather not, but okay, but you can still get these things done. That's kind of awesome. And I have to make sure that, I'm constantly am grateful and thankful that I'm able to do this and keep doing it. And I guess if I'm to take a positive, it's that I'm a year older, but not really too much slower or worse at it. A little compared to previous years, but not monumentally. I don't know. That's not much of an answer. That's just a bunch of waffle. Sorry.
No, it's
Ask
good.
Matt. See what he says.
There's lots. What about you, Matt? What have you loved this year?
I've loved going to. I was just looking at who. I'm just looking at who we spoke to. So this year,
you
we
weren't
spoke
just
to
off
Erin
camera
Colbatch.
vomiting.
No, Amanda Basham. Who we had the Tarawera live show. We had the speed dating. We had Adrian McDonald. We had Lucy Bartholomew on a million times. We spoke to Jasmine Paris. We spoke to Michael Dunstan. We spoke to Hanny Ellison. We spoke to Camille Heron. We spoke to Jean Beaumont. Quite a lot of women on there. We spoke to Brian.
Jean, that was good.
Brian Powell. The list goes on and on. Gary House and the AidStations. And so what I've loved about DCR this year is it's taught me the gift of just turning up every week, even if you don't feel like it, because as much as I've enjoyed it, there's been a lot of times this year with my job and everything that's happening where I just haven't felt like turning up. And it's been really, really cool that I get to go and I get to do this, right? And it's a dichotomy. So I go like, today sucked, or this was really hard, or I'm really tired, or I'm injured, and I just feel like 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag, and I get to come hang out with my mates and do something that's really fun. And if there's not a time where I haven't gone like, man, that was cool, or that was funny, or I've sort of laughed at something one of you two have said. In terms of, for me, top podcast of the year, I really valued speaking to Adrian McDonald. I love, talking to athletes who have real high performance and that, you could get really granular with it, but actually weaving a narrative with someone who, is authentic, high performing, and is super interesting and inspiring for me. So that's what I've loved about Dirt Church Radio this year. Was there anything else? What have I learnt?
Yeah. So what have you loved, learnt, and an opportunity?
I learned that things take as long as they take sometimes. That's been the gift of this year, and that sometimes you have very little control over the process. So being hurt most of the year, not feeling like running most of the year, feeling like it's never going to come back and it's never going to get better and it's never going to, and I think how that affects people. I've been really lucky with my running, that I've not really been chronically injured, say, for 15 years. And now, having this sort of bursitis where my foot feels like it's burning just the entire time. And it's getting better, touch wood. So things are starting to come back, which is really nice. I miss that feeling. I miss feeling tired and all of that. So yeah, it's good.
Physically tired.
Now to the pro. Ellie, what about you?
What have I loved? I mean, from a DCR perspective, I think when you're rattling off that list, it's like, what an amazing, diverse group of trail runners that we've talked to, and all fun in different ways. You kind of take something from each conversation and go wow, that's really cool. And thinking about it, like Jasmine Paris was awesome for me because I just think, wow, what an amazing woman. But then I also thinking how lucky are we to have all these, kind of Australasian athletes like Lucy and Ruth and Dan and Sam and, the names in the scene that also are so giving with their time for us and, that want to come on and chat with us, which is really, really cool as well. And then obviously just the weekly banter with you guys, laughing at Andrew's blinkers to under 4 kilometres on Strava and Matt swimming the Cook Strait, just those funny little jokes that have cropped up throughout the year. So that's been something that I've really enjoyed, is just a bit of banter. You get to the end of a Monday night, which is where we record, and it's like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I've been a mum, I've done work, I've hopefully tried to do some exercise, cook dinner, and then it's like you jump on here and then you just have a laugh, which is nice. Yeah.
And you get to talk about running, and no one sort of goes, "Oh God, are you talking about running again?" So that's what we're here for.
We're meant to be.
Yeah.
It's actually okay.
I had this moment at the spectacle. Did you hear Ali during the 10K? And I was standing at the turnaround they had this
Oh yes.
weird little. Guy Williams managed
Dog
to offend
lead.
the woman who set the course off because they had this little dog lead, and he was going, "This is the most dog shit thing ever. Oh my God, you should all kill yourself because this sucks. This finish line sucks."
I'm sorry about what we've done to you. This is the worst.
No etiquette at all. No etiquette, and you can see the person who'd worked really hard to measure the course.
Yeah.
Getting a little.
They
bit
basically
irate.
had to run through the finish chute and then go up
keep going
around some cones and then come back through the
50
finish
metres
chute.
and then come back.
Yeah.
Oh.
To make it.
So you see people putting on a big burst, and then we'd be like, "Keep going,
You've got to keep running." Sorry. Anyway, Matt, that's distracted your
No,
story.
I just shouted out. I love running. At the top, through the mic. I was to the top of I was just like, "Oh, I love running." And you're right, Andrew. It's so nice to just, we all love the sport. We all approach it in different ways. We all interact with it. And especially this year, we've all interacted with it in quite different ways.
I don't know about you, but the last few days, there's been random Christmas parties that I've ended up at, and a lot of people who I don't know. So I'm meeting people for the first time, and if they look like they might be a runner, I'll always kind of just sprinkle a little magic runner dust in the conversation and just see if it lands, And it's always so disappointing when it doesn't, and they just want to talk about something else. I'm like, oh, damn it.
Is that a Phoenix 8 on your wrist? You're just happy to see me.
Well, sometimes they are. They're wearing a flash-ass garment. I'll be like, for sure, surely.
And they're just the CEO.
They just they thought it looked shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like wicked running shoes too. No, I'm not a runner. Oh, what? Anyway.
What's the next, Ali? What's the next question?
An opportunity for next year.
It's just as hard.
Rock that you didn't get into. That's an opportunity for next
Yeah,
year.
no hard rock, but I have put my name in the hat for Tokyo, not Tokyo, but for Japan for the
for the 24-hour.
Oceania. I haven't been selected, of course, and my resume for last year for 24-hour races is garbage, so ain't no guarantees there. But I've never been to Japan, so that would be cool.
Oh, Japan is cool.
That's a literal answer.
That's
to
good.
Next year.
I'm all up for literal. Yeah.
What about you, Ali?
For me, I think, like going to the spectacle was really fun to go somewhere new and work at a cool event and kind of also just see a different way that things can work in the event space. Like a road mile with trail running, like what the heck?
I love that somehow works. It's great.
Yeah. So for me, like I think the opportunity is to just keep saying yes to opportunities for new things and to, like, I feel really lucky that I get to wear all the different hats that I do, like as a coach, as an MC, as a podcaster, and to go, what can I say yes to? So that's kind of what I'm keen for is, new experiences.
It's cool.
Mine's on the same page as that. Sitting across from Sam Tanner, like going to the spectacle, and it is a recency bias.
Yeah, it is.
But doing that live show, just like you've got an Olympian, someone who's not right in the head, Sam Harvey. Although he knows it, and I think, he loves Sam Harvey. Love
It's
answering Sam
said with
Harvey.
love. Always
tough
said with love.
questions. I love it. It's like my favourite new sport. He flinched when I asked him. I said, was that satire, what he put on Instagram, which sounded really like warm and, but amazing athlete and is progressing as much as anyone does, right? And then you've got Roger Robinson and you've got Catherine Switzer. But Sam Tanner talking about how just that lack of hesitation, like you can't hesitate. We asked him if he had a mantra. No, he doesn't have a mantra because he doesn't have time to say the mantra. He can't hesitate. It's automatic. It just has to be in that space. And he talked about that whole field. And I want to take that forward a little bit in terms of not hesitating with stuff. So whether it's finding time to do things like going to grassroots events, that was a massive thing. Like Ali said, going supporting friends, like helping out the MURIWAI half marathon, helping out with the marathon of Afghanistan, doing all of that stuff is really cool, and I think we are very lucky to wear different hats, and it's super cool. And I'm looking forward to have the opportunity to do some races next year, and I know what I want to do, so looking forward to it.
But you're not going to tell us?
Well, I want to go back. So I ran, what did I do this year? I DNF'd a 100-miler. I ran a 55k ultra in Whangarei, and then I paced the MURIWAI half marathon, which was really cool fun and huge learning for me. So next year I want to go back and do the 55, but train hard for it and give it a good nudge. And I want to do Blue Lake. And
what do you want to do at Blue Lake?
200. No,
miles.
the clear the 200 miles. No,
while we're on that, shout out Adam Keane for getting the 200 miles done across a week. 21,000.
How many pub lunches did he have? Amazing.
How many what?
Pub lunches. He did the he did the Naseby 200 miler, and he was at the pub having, which is a good. It's just there. There's no rules that say you can't do it, and
probably should be. Should be a rule that says you can't leave the course. There probably should be a rule, but whatever. That's a grumpy Andrew for another day.
Yes. Just I'd like to do 100k there because I was robbed of my last 4k or 6k of that.
Is that
course.
the weather one?
Yeah, the muddy one.
Bugger. You should have just gone faster, bro. Get it done before.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. That's
right.
really awesome.
So
thank
helpful.
you.
Carry the boats, man.
Really helpful.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm loving having that opportunity, and to go a bit faster. That'll be good. What about Okay, here's a question for you, because we are, running is, you had something grumpy. What did you learn what did you put? So many people are ruining running by being on social media. Care to discuss that one, Andrew?
Oh, is that? I don't think that was quite my wording. Where's it gone?
I changed it.
Oh, no. There's just look. There's this brilliant Instagram page that one of our running mates, I think Jono, pointed me in the direction of the official unofficial time. I think that's.
Oh yes,
I think that's what it's called.
That one.
Oh,
I absolutely love it.
God.
I'm such a fan.
This is like the kilometre effort thing, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes. Official, unofficial time. That's the name of it. And he just goes through and whoever it is, he or she, goes through and I think people submit like, hey, this looks like garbage. This person's claiming, a sub 3 hour marathon and yet their chip time is 3:01. What's going on? And, a lot of people would say, who cares? That's pedantic or whatever. But no way, man. I'm all about this level of pedantry. I think you either did it or you didn't do it. Please don't make shit up.
But Andrew, didn't
Yes.
you get called out? Didn't you get upset about something, a backyard, lockdown, COVID? Something, you got called out on something, didn't you? And you,
Oh, yeah, but that's the other way round in the sense that I did it
yeah.
and it just didn't cover half of it because I was literally running around my house. So, but I know I did it. I'm definitely not bullshitting. It's just the GPS didn't work. But if you're running a measured marathon course, then it's the time you cross the finish line that counts.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the Strava time, chip time.
It's not the half a K earlier when your watch said that you ran 42.195 Ks,
Yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
And it's amazing because even like some dudes even come on, and I guess it comes up on my feed because I follow the main one. And a dude's literally made a video defending or attempting to defend his actions, and it's just so funny to see that they've just told themselves that their bullshit is okay because he's sort of like, yeah, well, you're weaving past people and you're going, you have to go off to the side to get a drink and then back again. So you are adding all that extra distance. So you really are doing the full marathon before you've reached the finish line. Like, it's just like, oh, please stop. Please don't let this become a thing. But it is clearly rampant and people have a hard time accepting that their watch might not be right. Or just blatant cheating, which of course we're seeing a lot of as well. And while it's kind of funny, like it's certainly entertaining, it does perhaps suggest a greater problem that people are more comfortable about talking a load of hogswash than they used to be, it seems. No comments? Okay, great.
I don't know. I just had to go on Instagram to find that. So it looks like it's a fairly new page. And I think
maybe.
The case file and the integrity unit and stuff's quite funny. The way
I love all that
approached
stuff.
it. It's quite a quirky.
It's almost like they're acknowledging, yes, this is anally retentive and just deal with it.
Yeah, but I guess that kind of jars with me because I'm like, oh, you know what? If someone wants to be stupid enough to think that's
what they want you to
there.
think. Don't let that is a rot that is setting in. You
I
must
wonder if
cut
there's
it off.
another way to do it though, because you can come across not you can come across, but you can come across like an elitist fuckwit. And people are learning and they're on their journeys, right? And I find the same thing, like, and I'm not gonna do it, but like it doesn't engender. And I think this is, like you said, this is social media, and this is the symptom of it, and this is the dopamine rush of outrage and the dopamine rush of going like, yeah, I did something. It's the two sides of the same coin, And like, again, it's what are you going to bring people on board? Are people going to be more likely to learn their lesson if they're publicly shut? Maybe they are actually. Maybe
I hope so.
Where the dunce is at.
I want to see
yeah,
more
hey,
of it.
I did, I don't know. I wonder if we could just not ever put our runs on social media.
It'd be quite cool if every post had a little bullshit detector at the bottom and it just gave a percentage of how high it detected bullshit. That would be great.
Or I wonder if there was and the other side of the coin is sometimes some of that stuff's genuinely funny. Like sometimes some of that stuff is quite genuinely like
I think it
laugh out loud.
depends on your point of view on that one. I don't know. I'm just too
I
much.
don't like.
I'm too quantitative to
Yeah, no, and
be amused by it.
but this is the thing too. Like I could feel exactly the same way, but we could have different ways of sort of approaching how do you bring someone alongside to suggest that there might be another way. But that's not what that social media thing's set up to do, is it? It's set up to get outrage and laughs.
But maybe that's your next Instagram thing, Matt. Maybe that's your like, hey, your run, you said that you ran a 2:40 marathon, but actually it was 3:10. Like, let's have a chat about it. That could be your Instagram.
See,
You mean deliberate rage?
I'm off my personal Instagram, and it's the happiest I've ever been.
But get them alongside, so like a different approach to that same thing. So they're doing like the hardcore case closed sort of thing, whereas it could be like, ring, ring. Hey, Andrew, I saw that your run was, you put down 2:40 on Instagram, but
just
actually...
cold calling people.
Yeah.
I could record
it.
Too.
Just so you know how I feel about this. During
we know
Kepler,
how you feel about it.
No, but I just want to really hammer this home.
You do hammer it home every single time.
Okay, I'm going to I'll get my big hammer out. And
is it a mallet?
It's just one of them sledgehammer jobs that we used to smash our rock wall over with. During Kepler, I accidentally stopped my watch by putting my phone back in after taking too many photos, right? And I didn't notice for 5 minutes. And then I went to look to see how it's going. I was like, oh shit, keep going, right? And I thought, my whole thought was, whatever time I finish at, it's going to look 5 minutes faster than I really ran. And so as soon as I finished, I immediately titled it with my proper time because I did not want any misrepresentative. I didn't bother with anything else. I just made sure my time was nice and clear so that nobody thought I went faster than I did. I don't think anyone gives a shit, but I gave lots of shits. So I made sure that there was no misrepresentation there. That's how anal I am.
I'm bang alongside that. I think that's excellent. It shows your integrity.
I actually thought that you would set the timer for 5 minutes and then leave your watch running for 5 minutes and then stop it.
I thought you'd do something like that, or run up and down the lock gates for 5 minutes.
Like moving time, it would say it would still be wrong.
Oh,
I wasn't sure.
So you
I thought
didn't
it might have. I thought it's too. I can't work it out. I'm just gonna write it. But then, just so you know, if you do stop your watch accidentally for 5 minutes and then you save it as a race, it adds that 5 minutes back in anyway. So it doesn't matter. The time was correct in the end. Happy days.
We love running, right? We've talked about how much we love running. We love DCA. We're all kumbaya. But there's also a lot of cool. We talked about how much we hate people who put their Strava times rather than their mat times on social media. But social media too has its upsides. Seen anything cool? Read anything? I know reading's not social media, but seen anything on the YouTubes, on anything that's really excited you this year, running wise?
Oh, pick me. I've got one. Yeah. A fella called Goran Winblad. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Scandinavian runner. That's my way of saying I don't know if he's from Norway or Sweden or maybe Finland. I don't know. But he does these great videos where he's very approachable person, quite nerdy, which I quite like. But he's more recently when he's been either doing races, some of them are short little like 5, 8K through a marsh, like these incredible sort of cross-country courses that he'll go on. He always takes a little GoPro with him, but he also puts all the stats at the bottom of the screen, like quite high quality. So you can see his pace, where he's going, the course and all that sort of stuff. He'll talk you through the race, how he's trying to, I'm going to try and catch that guy, or I'm just trying to hold on to this guy. And right now I'm absolutely redlining. And so you can see heart rate and stuff. He just did the Valencia Marathon. It's really interesting to see his journey through that. It's just a really interesting way of showing the combination of smart training, smart racing, very approachable, but also a really high level of detail and really accurate. No hyperbole, very quantitative. I'm so pleased with myself for learning that word.
Ellie?
Honestly, I'm weirdly not a massive consumer. Like, I don't watch a lot of YouTube or anything like that. So when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, what have I enjoyed? I actually really enjoy, I think it's Laura McGreen on Instagram, and just
yes.
her funny, like her little reels that she does of like basically being a mum, trying to run fast and like faux influence and stuff. She's pretty funny. So I liked one where she recreated, I think, was it that, that expensive running label that's like kind of cool rock starish that you introduced me to recently.
Satisfy.
Yes, I think she like copied their ads with their clothes, and she kind of like she did this post where she was wearing these tiny little split shorts, and there's this photo of her like full stride, and she was like, "Don't compare yourself to the model, compare yourself to the horse." And she like had a picture of her thigh, like in full stride beside this horse's butt. I just thought it was hilarious. Yeah, she's funny. So that's what I've enjoyed in that space. What about
Yeah,
you?
I agree. She is really funny.
When Killian Jornet was with Salomon, I was sort of agnostic on him, you know. Since he's gone and started Normal and the stuff that he's doing, I'm turned into the biggest Killian fanboy. Like his States of Elevation. Have you seen that? He's doing every 14,000 foot peak in the contiguous United States. So he's going through Colorado, California, all of that. And he's doing it. Has done, yes. And he was going by bike between the peaks. Obviously, he had a very nice sort of camper van following the bike, but, he was doing this stuff. And the video he just put this thing up. It was a couple of months ago. It was Colorado Unfiltered, and it was just raw GoPro Insta360 footage of him up on these peaks, and the stuff that he was doing, it was almost vertigo inducing, like jumping from peak to peak and doing stuff like that. Just incredible. I just think he's amazing. His stuff with Western States was brilliant as well. And just love what he's putting together, and it's inspiring.
I'm excited that he's going back to Western States next year. That is pretty cool. And Caleb Olsen turning down his hard rock entry. Whoa. That's kind of interesting.
Is that because you think he just wants to throw it all in for States, or?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll say in an interview at some point, but there was some controversy about if he turned it down, he could never get selected there, and then that was wrong. Of course he can. Or, I don't know. Something funny happened there, but it's an interesting move. I guess because he knows he's that good, he can probably just get on Dale's picks again next year anyway. The dark art of the hard rock lottery. Not that I'm bitter. I'm fine. I'm over it. I'm totally over it.
How many tickets do you have for hard rock?
Well, next year will be 256. Yay!
Out of a possible.
Oh, we can just keep going. It just doubles. Some lady had 8,000. Yeah, because if you help out on trails, you get extra. But 8,000. I hope she got paid. I'm sure she got paid. She must have.
There we go. Well, it's been a funny old year. We've packed through a power of interviews. We've packed through a power of aid stations. We've laughed a lot. We've had some pretty inspirational moments. We've had some pretty profound moments. And next week will be our last proper show for the year. Thank you to you, Andrew, and you, Ali, for bringing it home every single time, knocking it out of the park. And thank you to the listeners as well. We do, as we say all the time, we've all got jobs. This is something that we do because we love to do it. And amazing. Thanks to Further Faster, obviously, our ride or die, bringing it home. And all the people who subscribe to the newsletter and our sporadic writing. It's really cool that you guys read what we put out, and we're looking forward to big things in 2026. So I'm Matt Raymond.
And thank you to Matt too.
Yeah, thanks,
thank
Matt.
you to you, bro. You're the glue that holds it all together.
One bad idea 7 years ago. Look where we are. That's a great idea. That's an amazing idea. Do you know, I remember it was on a specific piece of trail in Riverhead that Eugene and I had the conversation, and every time I ran past it, it just stuck. It just was there. I was like, yes, this is where we did this. This is where we did this. This is where we did this. And
that's cool. Is that trail still there?
It does not exist.
Decimated
No.
now. Yeah.
Gone. It is gone, burger. And it's not even where it was. It's not even there's not even the shadow of a trail left. It's just like gone. But so, the block's got some cool trail in it. But gone, burger.
DCR's outside survived it.
That's right.
I tell you what, the old DCMF 20K is becoming a bit of a barren wasteland run now, isn't it?
Absolutely. The inexorable march of progress in Riverhead Forest. But,
we all need toilet paper to wipe our bum, don't we?
That's exactly
Yeah.
except the French. And on that note, well, they have other methods. On that note, we'll bid you a fond farewell.
We'll bid
see you
you a
next week.
farewell.
That's good. Well
I didn't
done.
even think about that.
That's so good.
Okay, we'll bid you a fond farewell.